final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Armadillos and the Black Knights, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Tonight, the final dress rehearsal, week 3 of the preseason. And we got a good matchup on tap, as it'll be the Armadillos of Mexico City taking on the Black Knights of Brooklyn.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit CD at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Out of the gun now on third down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
16 yards, a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. 2nd and 4. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nailed in the middle, and it's complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Walsh. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. The slot man in motion right.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down at a yard.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. Mexico City, 1st down.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jordan. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Mexico City in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Armadillos are able to widen their advantage.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there. A big run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They're going to look to throw. Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown grab. For the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 3. Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Back to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
43-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the 1st half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the 1st half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Work in the middle of the field.
They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game,
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out right around the 39.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Still plenty of time, but they're going to go hurry up anyways. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
What would look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Out of the gun now on third down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll set up a throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 38-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Able to get away. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your friend.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to.
And able to
as
get
we
this
get back out
to the 25.
And Charles Davis.
This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was
in trouble, and he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here is incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards for number 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 18-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Mexico City.
They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And the Mexico City first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Back to throw here. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And that is no good. Oh, he And that will keep this a 3-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Hands it off out of the gun.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the 2nd half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This will be caught at about the 5. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Black Knights have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Armadillos 13.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. And the Mexico City 1st down.
And As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the coach putting the blitz on it. Remember, that coach, former defender in this league. He loves this. Yeah, they love to see it happen because I think they just have that flashback about when they were playing, right? That's what we were taught. That's what we did. And they've used that same impact with their own teams and do the same type of teaching. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, here's Stidham. Short throw here, the tight end Bates. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Complete to John Bates. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through. If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles? You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Here's Stidham. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking? Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game. Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either. Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Mexico City.
Back to throw, Darnold. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard. Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to Arnold down to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. A fourth and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down one score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Stidham to throw. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he takes us beyond the 45 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Now it's Stidham. He's got Brown on the out route complete. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
15 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Stidham. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold.
He's got this one to Hutchinson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Darnold to throw.
He finds his man complete. That's Walsh.
Yeah, he went free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Now Darnold. He's got room to roam.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Tucker now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it...
Oh, look at this! It's intercepted!
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's got it down to the 28.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. It's just a preseason game, but this is for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
This is 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Stedham with one final shot. He's got Mingo.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.